Today we're taking a closer look at the C&L Supersport cross-drilled and slotted rotors, a rear pair for the 2010 to 2015 Camaro SS and the 2012 to 2024 Camaro ZL1. If you're looking to enhance your Camaro's braking performance, then these rotors are going to be an excellent option. They're perfect for drivers who want improved stopping power and heat dissipation without the hefty price tag of high-end performance rotors. These rotors feature a cross-drilled and slotted design that helps reduce brake fade by allowing the hot gases to escape through the vented holes. The slotted design sweeps away the dust, water, and debris, keeping the surface of your brake pads cleaner, ensuring a reliable bite every time you hit the pedal. CNC machined and perfectly milled for balance, these rotors are designed to prevent vibration, noise, and uneven wear. They are completed in a bright zinc electroplating treatment to provide good looks and protection against rust. These rotors are a direct fit replacement for your Camaro stock rotors, making the installation very straightforward, which we'll get to here in a minute if you stick with us. They're designed to fit using the existing calipers and hardware, eliminating the need for any modifications while you're redoing your brakes. These rotors are constructed from premium cast iron, and they're built to withstand the rigors of daily driving and some aggressive performance. This bright zinc electroplating not only adds a slick appearance, but also serves as protective layer against corrosion, ensuring longevity and consistent performance over time. As far as the pricing goes on these, they're coming in right in that low $100 price range for the pair. Now that's a very competitive price for rotors that offer performance benefits, especially if you go and compare them to the OEM spec alternatives. Installation is going to be very straightforward on this, so we're going to rate this a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter since you have to get into the brakes and uninstall the calipers to get it done. You can expect to have the job done in just 3 hours of your time. The rotors are designed to fit using the existing calipers and hardware, eliminating the need for any additional modifications like I mentioned earlier. Now let's see exactly how these go on with an install video from one of our American Muscle customers.
Okay, so this will be all the parts needed to install your brand new C&L. You'll need an impact wrench or a 4-way with a 23mm socket. You will use a flathead screwdriver. You will need a 1/8 inch drive pin punch and a hammer, 18mm socket, and a corresponding ratchet. You will use a T30 Torx bit. Tighten your 2 bolts. Brake lubricant. You will need your 23mm and your impact to reinstall your wheels and your lug nuts. Alright, we're going to start by removing the wheel with our 23mm. Put your lug nuts in a secure place. Once your lug nuts are off, you can remove your wheel. With that being removed, next we're going to move on to our caliper. I've actually took and I've highlighted these areas. This is a pin, this is a pin. Both of these need to be drove out. So let's drive those out now. There's 1 pin. There's 2 pins. Next, here's the 2 pins that we drew out. We're gonna push this in, pull the pin out, and it releases this. Next, this pin will just pull right out. Save this unless you're actually replacing all of it. With that being done, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pry these brakes apart with the flathead as I was talking about earlier. Just take your flathead, get right up in here, pry back just a little bit, just enough to get it started. And if you'll watch, this pad is actually separating from the rotor. There's that one. And you might have to do this a couple times so they both come back at the same time. So pull one pad, pull your other pad. Next is going to be your 2 18mm bolts. And these 18mm bolts are what secures your caliper to this rear. And I have these in pink. Next, take your caliper, set it up here on this arm. You do not want to pinch your brake line. Next will be this T30 Torx. And these are usually not that tight. All they do, hold your rotor. And then I'll pull this out, retain this bolt. Next, sometimes you have to bump these to get these off due to the rust. These come off pretty easy. Okay, now that your rotor is off, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna clean all this. And now is actually a good time to inspect your brake shoes right here for your emergency brake. You use brake cleaner or anything just to clean this area off. Now that I've inspected these shoes, don't look too bad. We're not gonna replace them this go around. Next, I'll take my rag, wipe my dust cover clean, wipe my mating surface of my rotor. We'll wipe it clean, free of dirt or debris. Next, we will install the rotor. If you're worried about what side it goes on, these C&L rotors actually have it stamped right here. On this 2010, the part number is a C&L 55163XR, as in right. And what I like about it, it shows a minimum thickness, so you don't have to remember this. This minimum thickness is 26 millimeters. So let's install this. You can see here where our countersunk screw was removed. We're gonna put it back, clocked the same direction as what the other one was before. We'll get our 30 millimeter Torx screw and our Torx bit. And then we're just gonna screw this in there. And then we just want to snug. You just want to snug it up. Now that it's flat and it's snug, we're going to take our caliper. Okay, one thing that'll help this process is I like to take a little bit of anti-seize. It does not take much. Then I'll take this anti-seize and I'll put a little bit on the thread. We're gonna move our caliper back from where it was. Ensure that your brake line is not in a bind anywhere. Drop it down. Then we're gonna reinstall the top bolt. The next, our bottom bolt. Again, a little bit of anti-seize. So we have them on, have them lined up. We can screw our bolt in. Next, we will take our 18 millimeter socket that we used to remove them with and tighten them back up. Now that our two bolts are tight to hold our caliper onto the spindle. So now what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of brake cleaner, and I like to take right where the brakes sit and just wipe that area down. You can tell how dirty they are. Next will be our pins. I would like to clean these pins. So there's one pin. I'm gonna set it right here. Here's the other pin. Clean it. Then I will set it right here. Now is where we start reinstalling. I get my brake part lubricant, and I just like to take, it does not take much, take some of this and put it on my fingertip. Just a little dab on the bottom of both sides, and then a little dab on top, right where your pads slide in. The same here. And then I will put just a small line on each of these, so I know that they slide through the pad bed. Be sure to wipe it off your fingers because you do not want it on the pad compound. What I like to do with new brakes is I'll take my new brake shoes and I'll put these shoes together and I'll rub them around each other. What this is doing It's roughening the pad up, so when it beds to the rotor, they're both the same profile. Now we're going to install the pad. Notice this direction. This direction should go with this direction. Pull the pin back. Slide your pad in. Same way here. Do not touch this surface with your fingers. On my pad. Slides right in. Next will be the spring that we removed. This spring, we're going to inspect these areas. This side goes toward your rotor. I'll take the bottom, run the pin through the backside, through here, and line it up with my front hole. Now that my front hole is lined up, I will take my hammer and I will bump the backside. Just be careful not to drop your pin. Inspect this, make sure there's no dirt or dust on it where you put your lubrication. We will take the top side of this pin. This is a little bit difficult, but it's not bad. Push your pin through your rotor to the back side of the caliper. Take your hammer, bump the pin in like you did the bottom, and you are finished.
All right, that's gonna wrap up our review and install of the C&L Super Sport cross-drilled and slotted rotors, the rear pair for the 2010 to 2015 Camaro SS, and the 2012 to 2024 Camaro ZL1. And for all things Camaro, keep it right here at American Muscle.